Mass clipping versus internal teams. You cannot name one successful mass clipping campaign that has lasted more than 6 months. Andrew Tate's clipping operation is to this day still the most successful clipping operation to exist in the whole money entrepreneurial industry. Who am I to even talk about this? My name is Emrah, I'm 25 years old. At the age of 22, I started off as being a clipper, an affiliate marketer for Andrew Tate, moved on to Luke Belmar, created the infamous Johnny Walker meme. Then I went on to working with Iman Gadzhi, his affiliate team, worked with tons of other influencers, Russell Brunson included, building my clipping calls, got quoted for all of the work that I've done in magazines like Forbes, ABC, New York Times, National Public Radio, and now I'm here running my own clipping agency. I say humbly that legit no one in this industry has seen every single angle of it. I've went from an affiliate marketer to a clipper to an agency owner. I've seen the space from every single angle like none other. And now I'm here today to explain to you which one of the two clipping models I think works best for who. And if you're a clipper watching this, keep watching this because this is also for you to realize which one of the two models is gonna make you a lot more money in the long run. Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, for anyone that does not know, what is mass clipping? You've probably seen hundreds of people tweeting, making videos about it, why clipping is the next big thing and why it's the next thing that your company needs or it's gonna die, like your company needs short form content, which is true, but not with this model. Mass clipping literally means, you have thousands of clippers, thousands of video editors that post your content cut up into short bits on their own pages. So they control the pages, they choose what they get to post and they get paid based off the views that they generate. That's the mass clipping model. Now, let's go into the pros and cons. The first pro, it's raw visibility. If you are, let's say, a streamer who just wants his face out there, his face to be known, just to be famous, and doesn't care about getting some conversions to a product or to a service or to whatever it is, raw visibility benefits you. If you purely want your face, your brand, whatever it is, out there, raw visibility benefits you. Second pro, it is incredibly easy to push a lot of volume. We're not speaking about quality, we're purely speaking about volume, a lot of videos of your face, of your brand pushed out on social media. The next pro, cheaper costs. It is not expensive to throw $10,000 into a mass clipping campaign, pay the clippers 50 cents per 1,000 views and put a cap at what they can earn at $200. That's not expensive. And the last pro, it is good for the clippers to make their first bit of online money. Now let's go into some of the cons. You cannot control conversions. You have thousands of clippers based in third world countries randomly posting your videos in hopes to get views. That goes into my second con. The clippers have no incentive to want to get you conversions, to want to get serious videos out there for you. Why would they? They only get paid for views. They're not loyal to you. They do not owe you any loyalty. They don't even know you. They don't know your brand or your voice. So it doesn't even make any sense for them to try that. The only thing they get paid for is for the views they generate. So if it's in the most degenerate way, they're gonna try and get views to get paid because that's the only thing that they care about, their pockets. Third con, campaigns die pretty fast. I've personally worked on and I've seen so many mass clipping campaigns, people trying this for either a month, 2 weeks, 3 months, whatever it is, they try it and they quit quickly because no matter how much money you pour into it, if you actually want conversions, mass clipping does not work. Some realize it too late, some realize it pretty early. And that ties into my last con of the mass clipping model. There is no track record of any brand, any business, any influencer using this model of mass clipping and doing it for more than 6 months. It does not exist. That's just the truth. That's not even me hating or trying to throw shade at it. No, it's not. Like I said in the beginning, this model works for streamers, for brands that just want pure raw visibility. Let's say you're a casino, let's say you have a logo that you want pushed out there, like a movie trailer, whatever it is, like more the entertainment side for artists, for example. For those kind of people, raw visibility works. Now, let's go into the next, internal teams. And what does internal teams actually mean? Internal teams are a small group of clippers, of video editors that is being managed for you in-house. So they are part of your company. It's not thousands of random freelance clippers that are just posting your videos to their own will. No, internal teams / in-house teams are a small group or a big group of video editors that is being managed for you inside of your own company. Now let's go into the pros and cons about internal teams because it might not be the solution for you either. I'm just explaining both models. Again, I'm not trying to promote either of these models. Both work depending on who you are. So with internal teams, first pro, it is conversion focused. When you have 10 clippers, for example, who are trained on the narrative of your brand, who are trained on your voice, and you only pay them or you incentivize them to get paid based off the sales that they make to your products, then all the content that's being pushed out there for your brand or your business is only conversion based. Then the Clippers have no other job but to post these videos that get you conversions. They don't care about views. They realize that the real money is in conversions and not in just views. Second pro, the Clippers actually care. When you pay these Clippers a base pay, you give them an incentive, you tell them like, look, if you get X amount of views or you get X amount of clicks on your profile, you get this bonus. Or you give them an affiliate link and tell them, look, you're gonna make the most amount of money if you get all these sales. Because that's the truth. You make more money from making sales as a Clipper than from just getting views, because views, they can dry down. If you're a Clipper and you have to continuously build new pages for every single new campaign, you have to start from scratch every single time. But if you're working on an affiliate offer or you're working in an internal team where you have base pay or you have an incentive to get to some point to get more money, which one do you think is going to make you more money in the end? Next pro, internal teams are more long term. With mass clipping campaigns, you can literally set them up today and get Clippers started posting your content already. Like it can happen in 24 hours like this, like quickly. But with internal teams, it takes a lot more time, attention, care, and professionalism in this. But with all that effort put in, it means it's going to last a lot longer. I'll give some examples of successful internal team campaigns in a bit. Next pro, there is trust between the brand and the Clippers. Because of the fact that the person who's managing these Clippers and making sure they're on top of their game is talking with them every single day. In these mass clipping campaigns, you never see the actual influencer, the actual brand owner, like whoever it is, or whoever is managing it, you never see them active in the chats. It's always some random virtual assistant who's commanding these Clippers. Well, they don't even have any track record. Like, why would they listen to him? Why would they even give loyalty to him? No, if they have someone known with a track record that can go on calls with them, that can help them inside the chats, they can help them whenever they face an issue, you start to create an incredibly good environment inside of that department of the company. And this is literally how Andrew Tate ran his team. A lot of people thought Andrew Tate paid his Clippers based on the views that they generated. No, I was one of them. I was not paid for the views that I generated, only for the sales that I made on my page. But because of the fact the environment inside of that group was so incredibly good, we weren't just talking about clipping and business and money. No, we were talking about everything about life in general. We had such a good environment inside, like it felt like I owed loyalty and dedication to the owners, to the team. And I did. Even the moments I did not make any money, I felt like I owed them loyalty and I need to perform. And I did, purely because of the environment that was built by their team. Now, what are the cons of an internal team? Like I mentioned earlier as well, it's slower to set up. It takes a while to get everything rolling, like almost like a machine, but it's worth it. Second con, you need a competent person to manage it. You can't just put a random virtual assistant who's never edited a video in his life onto that. You can't. You literally can't, because these Clippers, why would they listen to him? Why would they listen to someone who doesn't know what he's talking about? Doesn't make any sense. And then a third con, it's much smaller volume. Instead of having thousands of Clippers posting on their own accounts, you now have, let's say, 10 Clippers posting on 10 different accounts. It's much less volume, but it is way more effective in the long run. Okay, now that we've gone over both models, their pros and cons, I want to go into some bullet points that I've written down and I wanted to talk about. Firstly, as I said in the beginning, I have worked for Iman Gadzhi as an affiliate. I had my own Iman pages, one on Instagram, one on TikTok. I was generating hundreds of millions of views every single month on those pages, but I made close to no money at all. Why? I was only getting paid based off the sales that I made. But from the videos that I made, they were literally super clean, like one of the best videos in my opinion that I've ever made, but they were not built for conversions. They were literally only built for views. So even getting 100 million views in a month did not mean I made money. Did not mean Iman made money from that, because the content wasn't being distributed properly. It wasn't being distributed in a way that the main focus was conversions. It wasn't. It was only views. Hence why I failed there. Second point, Andrew Tate never paid for views. And this is why his model, his clipping team, is still active to this day since 6 or 7 years. The only way his people were getting paid from his pages were if someone clicked the link on the profile of that page, bought the course, then that person would get $12 from the $50 of that course. That's the only way to get paid. And being in that environment, you're literally trained to wanting to get more sales every single day by posting more videos, by posting better videos, by posting better promotional conversion-based videos. We were making way more money, and it makes a lot of sense. I even personally asked Luke Tate if I could get paid for views since I was generating, again, over 150 million views. He said, no, it doesn't make sense, because if I pay you for views, you're only going to want to get paid for views and not for sales. It doesn't benefit us, it doesn't benefit you. You're literally capping yourself at maybe $1,000. But if you actually genuinely learn how to make engaging content that is conversion based, then you can make more than $10,000 a month. so to say. And I legit did. Another thing. So I run a clipping content agency right now. And all of the campaigns that I'm currently running are conversion based. I stopped doing mass clipping campaigns. Besides, of course, if it's someone in the entertainment space, then it makes sense. But like, I stopped promoting that offer. I stopped offering that to people. And I've been super honest with everyone that I speak to right now. When they ask me if they should do a mass clipping campaign, 99% of the times I tell them no. And I warn them that they're gonna lose so much money if they pour tens of thousands of dollars into these mass clipping campaigns. So now I only run internal clipping campaigns, internal teams. Over the years, I legit built up a network of over 40,000 clippers so I can put them on all these internal campaigns. It benefits the brand and it benefits the clipper. If you're a clipper and you've been doing all these mass clipping campaigns, I think at some point you will come to the realization that your income is capped. Not all these campaigns are long lasting. Some are a month, some are 2 months. You build an account, you get some views, you make maybe $1,000 a month, but then the campaign ends and your page is dead. What do you do next? You join a new campaign. You have to start from scratch again. It's like starting from zero every single time and it's just handicapping yourself. But let's say you're part of an internal team. You learn how to make conversion-based videos, you learn marketing, and you learn how to actually benefit this brand or business. Now you can get paid a base kind of salary and you can get paid if you get conversions as well. The actual money is in the conversions, don't get me wrong. When I was working for Luke Belmar, this is again speaking to all the clippers who are stuck in this mass clipping space, not making any money at all, because that's legit the reality of most clippers. They make between $100 to $200 perhaps per month. It's nothing. With all the skills that you have, you can make so much more. Anyway, when I was working for Luke Belmar, I was getting paid for views, which made me excited, but that was like $1,000 maybe max. And I was also getting paid if someone bought access to his community, which was like $400 a month. And I was getting like $110 per sale. I was making, in my best month, $1,000 from views, but over $10,000 from affiliate commissions because I was making conversion-based videos. It's legit not even a hard switch. Learning marketing, implementing that into your videos will benefit every single brand for the next decade. So if you still want to do mass clipping campaigns, do as you will. I don't know what else to tell you. The real money is legit in conversions. I've seen it from first-hand experience. I've been a clipper. I've been trying to do short-form editing or like clipping on these platforms, but it never worked out for me. Most of the clipping money that I actually made, so I've made over $132,000 from the actual skill of clipping, besides my agency, of course. And most of that money came from sales. It came from affiliate commissions. Okay, next thing. If the mass clipping campaigns were so good as some people are claiming they are, why aren't the biggest players running them? Why isn't Iman Gadzhi running mass clipping campaigns? He literally co-owns WOP, the platform where most mass clipping campaigns are being hosted on Content Rewards. I'm not trying to shit on Content Rewards, but that's just the reality. Iman owns WOP. Why wouldn't he host a mass clipping campaign for his own brand? Why wouldn't he? Why should he? He tried it, but then his head of content realized we cannot control the narrative. It gets out of control. We cannot control it. We need ownership of the accounts. We don't want any bad PR out there, like the risk that comes with mass clipping. We cannot risk it. We cannot take that risk. So he moved in-house again. Or people like Breast Scales, people like Rob the Bank, who were previously pouring $50,000 budgets into these mass clipping campaigns. Why aren't they doing it anymore? Because at some point, everyone realizes, if I want to get conversions, if I want to control a narrative, if I want to control the accounts, what's being posted out there of my face, I cannot continue with mass clipping. It's damaging, it's too dangerous, I'm not going to waste money on that. Views are meaningless if there is no cash, meaning no conversions. So, and again, if you're a clipper, the difference between a clipper who's making $2,000 a month compared to a clipper that's making $20,000 a month is literally learning how to get conversions, is learning marketing. Learn how to implement marketing into your videos and you can legit make a lot more money. Clipping is literally the baseline. Getting views is baseline. Learning marketing, implementing that into your edits, that's where the real money is. So to round up my whole yap session, if you're a brand that wants pure visibility, go to the mass clipping route. If you're a brand that wants conversions, sales, a narrative set for your brands, go the internal team route. Now, before I end this video, I've talked a bit about my own history being an affiliate marketer, turned into a clipper, turned into a clipping agency owner. I do actually work on both offers with people depending on who you are. So if you're a brand or business that wants to go the internal team route, but you don't know how to get started, you don't know anything about this, feel free to contact me. I'll put a link in the description. If you're asking yourself, why would you even work with me? I've legit seen the space from every single angle. No one else can claim the same track record that I have. Because of my work, I got quoted in ABC, Forbes, New York Times, National Public Radio, and even some Belgian magazine as well, but whatever, proves that I've seen this space in every single angle better than anyone else. I've got a network of over 40,000 clippers. I'm capable of bringing any clipper to a quality level. This whole clipping industry is an incredibly messy place. Everyone's gonna promise you they've worked with Brett, they've worked with Alex G, they've worked with this or that influencer. Like, I've legit seen 10 people claim they've worked with that said client or they generated billions of views. Again, views don't mean anything if they don't bring conversions.